young people, old people, any people that are having trouble in their lives, oftentimes it's from trauma when they're young, and around that trauma they make absolute decisions about what they're not going to do or what they are going to do. It gets buried in their subconscious mind, and then they live off of that absolute decision, which ends up cutting off life in general to them. Then they go into survival mode. Once they make that absolute decision, they're in survival mode. They're not in living mode, they're in survival mode. And then they wonder why life is not the way they dreamed it to be in their head. So they don't go searching as to why. They just keep wondering and wondering and wondering.
So how do you get them out of survival mode?
They need to go to talk to somebody.
But a lot of times people talk to people and they don't get anywhere.
Then they have to look at themselves and figure out where they have to look at themselves and figure out where their belief systems, where's their ethics, their belief systems, how do they come to them, what decisions do they make around them, and that's where they'll find the absolute decisions. For example, if a child or a teenager is in a situation where they want to tell something to an adult or to a parent in their lives, and they might be very upset, and it might have to do with a lot of feelings are coming up for them, and the parent just tells them, the parent ridicules them. Now the child is shamed and embarrassed. That child will make an absolute decision not to let anybody see their feelings ever again, because out of fear that they're afraid they're going to be rejected or shamed or whatever. And what happens then, all feelings get shut down. So they go into survival mode, but they keep the feelings inside. They're not going to let anybody see what they really are feeling, and they won't give themselves permission to feel them or express them. That's the result of an absolute decision. They grow into life and they grow up into adulthood, and they can't figure out what's wrong. That's just an example.